Okay, friends, some of you have been waiting for this. I know it. Now listen to me. This is not for your mama's house if she likes it neat and clean. Nope, this is a messy one. It is going to be a big old-fashioned mess. And if mama doesn't like that, you could go to grandma's house in a couple weeks and try it at grandma's house. Shh. All right, so here we go. Cornstarch. Cornstarch. I take the whole box of cornstarch. And we use cornstarch in the kitchen. It's a thickener. We would put it like in gravy or something. So I'm going to carefully pour all of this cornstarch into my bowl. The whole box. Okay. There goes the whole box of cornstarch. And if you feel it, it has a really smooth texture. This is one of those kinds of things that makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. I don't care for this feeling. Yeah. Ugh, not my favorite. It's very smooth. You can feel it. It's not going to hurt you. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put in some green because I feel like this has to be green. So I drop in some food coloring all around. Yep. But nothing really happened to it yet. And so what I have to do is I have to get some water. And so I just start slowly pouring the water in. And I can mix it like this. Oh, and now we notice that it's just kind of sticking together and clumping. It's not really doing much of anything yet. I can chop it up a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to add a little bit more water. Here's the deal. You've got to go kind of slow with the water because if you go too far, then you can't ever get it back. Okay, so you got to go kind of slow because you want to make sure that it works out right. Here you can see that it's kind of clumping together. I can chop it. And it's not really mixed yet. So I'm going to add some more water all over. So far that was a cup of water. Oh. And now it's starting to look good. It's starting to look a little bit better. So I'm going to try to move all of this cornstarch into it. It's not even really stirring. It's just a matter of scraping it in. Oh, it's starting to do what it's supposed to. So you can see it's almost there. Hang on just a second. I'm going to scoop this up. Almost. Okay, I got a little bit more water. This is my second cup. And again, I don't want to add too much because if I add too much, I ruin the whole experiment. So I take it like this. And now I'm going to take it and I kind of lift it and fold it over. And lift it and fold it over. You can see that I have a lot of water down in the bottom of my bowl. I'm kind of cutting this in half. Whoa. Check that out, right? Oh boy. Oh boy. I do recommend that if you do this at home, that maybe you put down some newspaper or you put down some kind of table covering, maybe even a little bit of floor covering. This is really starting to look good. Here you go. I'm going to lift this all up. Oh, cool. All right, so that is an official batch of Oobleck. And Oobleck is so fun. Look at that, it's awesome. Oobleck is so fun because it's a rule breaker. It's not really a solid or a liquid. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm gonna roll my sleeves up. This is where the mess comes in. And I can scoop some of it up in my hand. I can actually mix it around a little bit with my hand. And you can see how it's just kind of moving in the bowl. So when I scoop some up, ew, so gross, but it's so cool. I can squeeze it in my hand and it will be the consistency of a ball so that I can look at it. But then when I let it go, oh, gross. So now I can get in here and I can scoop some up. And when I squeeze it, see, even mine is a little bit too runny. You want it to be just right so that if you could have it like be a ball or you could have it be ooze. Right now it is just ooze. For added fun, you could have a little toy that you could dump into this. Can you imagine trying to get a little toy out of this? I have a little guinea pig over on the table, but I really don't want it to be at the bottom of this. That would be so hard to get it out. So that is Oobleck. You want to carefully add cornstarch and water and food coloring. Oh boy, how am I going to get this? Okay, so I did end up adding some more cornstarch and I feel like this is a better consistency. I can make a solid with it, just like this. I can make a solid, but then when I let it go, it's a liquid, okay? This is called a non-Newtonian fluid. This is about what I want it to look like. I can pick it up in the bowl, but then when I let it go, it oozes. Non-Newtonian fluid, it is a rule breaker. It is not a solid or a liquid, okay? Have fun with your Oobleck, and I hope you don't make a huge mess.